The Couch is proudly supported by Palace Cinemas, Elite Audiovisual Productions, Crown and Andrews Board Games, fun for the whole family, and Scoot Airlines. Escape the ordinary, fly Scoot.
Hello Australia, welcome to episode 648. The crew's here, the guests are here, we're ready to go. On the show today, we've got Amy Vickery performing for us live. She's a wonderful local performer. Talking Green with Cara Walker. We've got Talking Film and Fashion Festivals with Palace Cinema. We're also talking Wild Things with Marnie. We haven't seen her for a while. She's coming in today. Talking Family with Di Wilcox. Talking Music with Demelza. And Talking Art with Jackie Peach. And later, believe it or not, we're talking tech with Ben Aylett. Everybody's talking today. And I think that's about it. We're going to give you another chance at winning a Scoot flight anywhere in the world, Flying Scoot Network, and later we'll give you some movie tickets thanks to Palace as well. It's a big show. It's 6:48 and it starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred.
Welcome to the couch. Hope you can stick around for the next hour. We've got a very big show for you. We haven't seen her for a very long time. She's changed jobs, she's got a new business, and she lives far away from Perth, but it's always nice to have her back in the studio doing Wild Things. Here's Marnie Giroux.
Thanks, Fred. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Wild Things. Well, the Gilbert's potoroo is an Australian marsupial teetering on the brink of extinction. Found only in the dense scrub in the southwest of Western Australia, it's the world's rarest marsupial and Australia's rarest mammal. The Gilbert's Potoroo Action Group, or GPAG, was formed to help save this animal from extinction. Joining us today are Dr. Tony Friend from the Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions. Welcome, Tony.
Thanks, Marnie.
And also joining us via phone is Ron Dawn, who is chair of GPAG. Hi, Ron. Can you hear us?
Hi, Marnie.
Thanks for joining us. Now, we can't forget our very special guest, Gilby, the potoroo, who's in the studio here today. Hi, Gilby. Gilby doesn't say much, but is here to tell us all about this animal. Tony, tell us why Gilbert's potoroos are so amazing.
Well, they're a lovely little animal. I suppose the most incredible thing about them is that they are still on the planet, although there are so few of them. But they're a relative of the kangaroo, so they're a small hopping animal,
Cute.
about 1 kilo in weight, and with really thick fur to keep them warm, and a lovely face with big eyes and great big jowls, so they look kind of a bit miserable.
Oh, really, really cute. I love their big eyes. Obviously, Gilby's a giant version, so generally only little?
Yes,
like pocket size?
only 1 kilo, smaller than a rabbit.
That's
so
amazing.
they're very small animals, but they're still amazing that a 1 kilogram animal could be thought to be extinct for so long, as it was for over 100 years,
Yep.
and then rediscovered in a place where lots of people have been doing biological work, but eventually one wandered into a trap and
Unbelievable.
back on the planet.
And the scientists went, whoa, it's back.
It was a very exciting time, actually. It was a fantastic
I can imagine.
experience to go through that.
That's amazing. Now, they're an incredible animal. Why are they threatened?
Well, first of all, because there are so few. So a random event could just wipe out the population, and that almost happened with a fire. But
Right.
they're also really interesting because they're related to the kangaroo, but they're not actually kangaroos. They're truffle eating. They eat fungi, underground fungi.
They know their truffles.
They do, indeed. They're truffle specialists. But not just the black truffles. They eat about 40 or 50 different species of underground fungi, which they find by scent and then by digging out of the ground.
That's amazing.
So there's some pretty amazing things about their biology.
So a really unique diet, just loving the fungi and the truffles.
They're one of the 2 most fungivorous animals in the world. So the animals that are most dependent on fungi, their diet is over 90% fungi.
That's amazing. And obviously critical for the environment. If that's taking up so much of their diet, they have to be around.
That's right, and they are spreading the truffle spores, so the fungi are being transmitted into other places where they can then pair up with plants and form that partnership that that underground fungi and plants have, which is all good for the environment.
And it's something we don't really know much about. So then a truly amazing animal.
They are, and they're really nice to handle, to do everything with. They're just a little bit edgy, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit nervous.
Probably like, well, I was endangered for
Exactly. What's going to happen to me next?
Oh, look, Ron's joining us from the phone all the way from Albany. Thanks for joining us, Ron.
Yeah, thank you, Marnie.
I believe that we've got some congratulations in order. After 18 years of being the chair of GPAG, you're finally stepping down this year. So well done. That's an amazing achievement. And I believe it's also the 25th anniversary of the rediscovery of the animal that Tony was just talking about. That's incredible. Have you guys got any exciting plans to celebrate that?
Well, Marnie, we are celebrating this extraordinary story of the potoroo, discovered in 1840 and then extinct for perhaps 120, 25 years. We have helped, we've supported Department of Conservation since 1994 and just after 2000 in establishing 3 ark populations after only 35 were found at the Two People's Bay site. Had we not translocated, and Tony with DBCA translocated to these ark populations, the fire of 2015 at Two People's Bay would have rendered them extinct. So it destroyed the habitat and all but 4 of the animals. So this is what we are celebrating in this 25 years on from the rediscovery.
Amazing.
Saving an animal.
Amazing. It's really terrific that GPAG is there, the department's there, you guys are working together as a team. How can people help the Gilbert's potoroo? Clearly they're in desperate need of help. How can the average person help?
Well, we plan events at the end of November, early December, supported by the Manjum Up Wine and Truffle Company, and perhaps events out at Two People's Bay, even involving Aboriginal elders from the area, and that would be supported by South Coast NRM. So people could join in those celebrations.
Great.
But failing that, if people wish to look at our website, potoroo.org, they would see that you can become a member for $10 a year.
Wow, that's cheap.
You can make tax-deductible donations, you can buy merchandise, you can volunteer,
Terrific.
and you can receive a newsletter.
Wonderful. Well, they're all really easy actions for everyone to do. So I encourage everybody to get on, become a member. It's only $10. Buy some potoroo merch. It's absolutely amazing. Ron, thank you for your time today all the way from Albany. And thank you, Tony, for coming up from Albany. And thank you, Gilby, for joining us today. Thank you for joining us, everybody. If you'd like to help the Gilbert's potoroo, and clearly they need it, please check out the website at potoroo.org. You can also go to thecouch.com.au to find out more. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep it wild.
Thank you very much, Marnie. It's always a pleasure having you here, and we look forward to having you in a couple of months' time. We're going to talk about the Amazon. Time to give away some tickets, maybe to the Amazon flying Scoot, but no, you're going to go to Singapore. You and a friend will be flying the 787 Dreamliner thanks to Scoot Airlines. Amazing. Look at Grumpy there enjoying himself when we went to Singapore. You're going to Singapore as well if you win this. All we need you to do, folks, is put the code word Scoot on an SMS or an email. But on that as well, I need in 50 words or less why you deserve a holiday. Why do you need a holiday? Okay? You might be working really hard. You might have had an accident. You might have been unemployed and you just want something different in your life. So I need that in 50 words or less. Tell me why you deserve this holiday. Send it to 0439 929 929 as an SMS, or you can email us at scoot@thecouch.com.au. Do it now. We've got a trip for 2 to Singapore. We'll give away in a few weeks' time. So we'd love you to enter, and you get your seats and your luggage included in the Flybag promotion. Thank you very much to Scoot for looking after us as well, because they always do. Time now to talk green. As always, our very own Cara Walker has put some cakes in front of me. You enjoy the segment, Cara. I'm going to enjoy these cakes.
I don't know if I trust those cakes in front of you, Fred, but we're going to roll with it anyway. It is so exciting to be talking vegan cakes today. If you're a vegan and you're going to a party, you really dread that moment where everyone else is eating a cake. But you know what? I'm here to tell you that you can have your cake and eat it too, because we have one of Perth's best vegan bakers, Irina from Quokka Cakes. Thank you so
Cara.
much for coming here.
Thanks for inviting.
Oh, now, I have seen your cakes for years. I've been following them and laughing and enjoying all of how juicy and wonderful they look. Can you tell me what makes your cake so special?
Well, first, I aim to make your cake really yours. So if you have a nickname, a golden child, you might have a little golden baby on the cake. Or you're into sports, you might have some sports equipment. So I just want to make cake really yours, not a generic kind of cake. Second bit is they're vegan, so they're cruelty-free. And a third bit is I avoid any plastic packaging, so everything you could recycle or compost, yeah.
Oh, that sounds so good. And so what inspired you to start a vegan cake company?
Well, I had this sense of injustice since I was a child, and if something was unjust, I didn't like it. And when I gone vegan, I could make beautiful, lovely cakes for me, for my family, for my friends. But none of the other vegans in Perth could have any cake because they had nobody to ask for. So I thought that's just an injustice. So I'll make cake for everybody. And I asked people around and they said, yeah, sure, I hate baking. Make me a cake.
Oh, that sounds so good. I do. And are you finding more and more people are looking for vegan and allergy-free catering these days?
Yes, quite a lot of people that come to me are vegan, but a really large group is the people that have allergies, milk allergies, nut allergies, gluten intolerances, yes. Or their kids have something. And some people come because their kid's best friend can't have milk. So they come and make sure that the cake could be shared among all the children. So there's a big group of people like that. And then just general people that are not vegan and don't have any allergies, they just want beautiful cake.
They see your beautiful cakes and say, that's the one, isn't that
Yeah.
special? And even if you're, say, a classroom and you have to bring, often kids have to bring a cake on their birthday, and you know that there could be one in there with an allergy, they can come to you and you know that it's a safe cake that everyone can share, which is such a treat for parents who are already working overtime. They're like, you can do it.
You just outsource it to somebody else.
Yeah, oh, that sounds great.
So many schools are not free. And I bet every classroom has one child with a food allergy.
They do. And not only do you make these vegan cakes, you also make the most beautiful, stunning designs. You're an artist. So, I mean, we're seeing some of the cakes that are popping up on the screen. Can you tell us some of the strangest designs that you've had?
Probably wouldn't use the word strange because they're quite exciting when people come to me and say, can you make me like a super vegan cake, something very vegan, maybe a lettuce? I go, yeah, lettuce cake. Well, that's so unusual. Nobody has lettuce cake, so let's make it. Or somebody wants a running shoe because their husband is really into running shoes and that's his shoe, so I'll make the shoe. Or I don't know, Santa relaxing on the beach, being the Australian Christmas rather than traditional Christmas with reindeers and things. So
Must be so fun when you get those emails.
I feel like a child in a candy store when I get a new request and it says it has to be a mix of cats and magic and something else, and you just have to figure out how to make it all work.
Imagination goes wild. And so what about if I, as a mum who am a little bit unorganised and I realise I have to bring a cake to school the next day, can I just find them around Perth somewhere?
Not for the next couple of weeks, but we're rolling out our new project. It's a small cake in a box and it's going to be in the freezer section of your local store.
Okay.
Hopefully in about 2-3 weeks' time. So if you want it in your store, just pop in and ask a manager to stock. And then you could just pop in the shop anytime when the shop is open. Get yourself a cake.
Okay, so I feel like we've left this in the safe hands of Fred over here. He's got the small cake in front of him. Now, I can see that you've used packaging that is plastic-free that goes in it. There's a small box that comes in, and then you could just decorate. You could throw berries or whatever you like. And what's these other little treats, Fred? We're showing the treats. You're not allowed to eat them yet. What's these beautiful-looking things we've got here?
So just a little brownies, for you guys to try.
Fred, would you like to do the honours and cut the cake?
I think so.
Here we go.
Do I need to use? Oh, you have to use a
I'm not going to sing to you. You can just cut it. You've got this little
amazing.
one.
I will
just a quick question for you.
Yep.
Can you tell me, is there a big difference? Because people get confused with vegetarian and vegan, don't they?
Yes, vegetarians do have dairy and eggs.
Are
And
yours
vegans.
gluten-free?
Gluten is just a part of
you go.
some of the flours.
There's a lot of confusion. People don't quite know, because I eat gluten food all the time, gluten-free food,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love it. There's a place called Injera. It's an African restaurant in
yes.
Mirrabooka, and
Yes.
his wife makes an amazing carrot cake. And it's made gluten-free. And, I bought a whole cake, and I didn't tell people, and they scoffed it down. The minute I told one person it was gluten-free, she went, "Oh, I could taste the difference," and it's not true.
No.
Would you like me to try a slice each, or
Yeah,
how about if I eat it, because it looks like it's going to break?
All right,
And then you guys can eat it in the break.
Sure,
Here we go.
Fred.
This is the big
All right,
cake.
you're
What's
gonna
this
test
one
out.
called?
It's just a chocolate cake.
So this is the one
Yes.
that's going to be available in independent supermarkets around Perth coming up
This is
soon.
the chocolate cake in a box. It's Quokka Cakes. Don't forget. And I'm pretty honest. If I don't like it, you'll see it on my face.
He did. He spat out my chocolate once, and I made it for him.
I hate it.
You're going to eat it. Don't wear it. Oh, look at that.
I really need to eat a lot more to know if I really like it.
The proof is in the
Can
pudding.
I say you would know no different? It just
No.
tastes incredible.
So you can request a gluten-free cake if you would like one. They come in as they are. You can request to be gluten-free as well, and they are naturally always vegan cakes, which is so exciting. So we want to find out more information, or we want to make maybe a special request to do, who knows, a donkey jumping over a rainbow. How would we get in touch with you?
So best is either go to the webpage, which
We can see it online now.
Yeah, brilliant. And the other way would be a Facebook or Instagram account. Just send me a message and we'll figure out the details, yeah.
Wonderful. So I implore everyone to please go on and find Quokka Cakes just for checking out these amazing designs. She has done some fantastic work for years creating unique designs for people in Perth. Be inspired, and who knows, one day you might have that special occasion, and like me as a vegan, you want to have your cake and eat it too. Thank you, Irina, for coming onto the couch today. It's so
Thank you.
exciting to have you here. Back to you,
Cara.
Fred. I'm going to get cake.
Thank you very much, Cara. I had to swallow that very quickly if you heard me coughing. Quokka Cakes, amazing taste. I really urge you to go out and try them, because you may actually be like me, love it. We're going to take a very quick break. We're coming back after the break. We're talking movies, fashion, Palace Cinemas right after this break. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Welcome back to the couch. Always nice to have your company. Hope you're enjoying the program on Foxtel as well. We are going to talk fashion and film today, and we've got the man who's the business development manager at Palace Cinemas here at Rain Square in Perth. Kevin, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back on the show again.
I needed to give you a break because I've heard Lion King's driving you crazy. It's so busy.
It really is. That's
Amazing.
taken the cinema world by storm, like in the last couple of weeks. But
What do you reckon it is about films like that? Is it the kids? Is it the parents?
I think, especially with these Disney remakes now, it's the live action. It's that mass appeal. The kids love it.
The adults
my
love it.
generation love it. The grandparents love it because everyone knows the story, and it's just
And the CGI
it's
is amazing.
incredible.
'Cause I
It's
looked at it.
absolutely stunning.
It looks real, doesn't it?
It does.
And they're spending so much money on it that people are going, oh, it's not really a cartoon. So if you haven't seen it yet, Lion King's the place to be, apparently, especially at Palace Cinema. And don't forget, Palace Cinema, we've got a great deal for parking as well.
We do. So weekends and weekdays after 4:30, it's $5 flat rate parking up to 4 hours. So you can spend your whole night for $5 flat rate.
Beautiful. And you've got those platinum seats if you want a little bit more luxury, or you've got the standard, which are still luxurious as well, which are all leather seats, all reclinable. Fantastic. But Kevin, enough about the cinema. I've got you in to talk about the cinema, if that makes sense. We're talking about fashion, but
Yes, we are.
what's happening? This is the inaugural, they're calling it the Rain Square Fashion Film Festival, and it starts on the 1st of August, folks, and goes through until the 5th of September. What can we expect?
So we're actually really excited with this one because we're presenting this in conjunction with the Perth Fashion Festival. So it's an official event. Runs 6 weeks, every Thursday night. They're basically red carpet arrivals. There's a fashion show with the Perth Fashion Festival on the opening night, complimentary cocktails. There's fashion-themed gift bags for every guest as well.
Wow.
There's entertainment, basically a lot going on.
And this is great for the cinema because you're actually doing it. Are you doing it in the actual cocktail lounge area? The bar?
Yeah, so opening night is basically a full site takeover, and then each of the other nights are just red carpet arrivals and in the champagne lounge, so it's pretty fancy.
And you heard it's free cocktails, did you say? Again?
Well, yes, each ticket does
To a
include.
limit. To a limit. Please.
Just one free cocktail per ticket.
And it's wonderful. If you haven't been to the Palace Cinema, the lounge there is amazing. The bar is incredible. Great facility. And you can see a lot of fashion. It's going to be beautiful. And this is the first time they've done this. So we're hoping that you're going to love it so much and support it that Palace Cinema can do it again next year as well.
It's what we're hoping for. Tickets are selling very fast at the moment, so it's leading really well for next year.
Sounds fantastic. But as well as the actual festival, coinciding with that, we're running 6 amazing movies. Why are we doing that?
So what we did basically was we curated a very specific and targeted film festival lineup here. So with each one really speaks to the audience and they're all feel-good films. They're all really well-known films. So we've kind of gone for something that just everyone will really enjoy.
Now, the films will run for as long as the festival. Is that how it's going to work?
Yes, so it's one screening per film per week.
So one film, 1 week, and it's gone. So if you don't get in, you miss out. And remember, 1st of August to the 5th of September, that's all it's going to run for. Now, let's have a look. Kevin, if you can have a look at the movies that are coming out for those people who are now wanting to come down and watch it. These are the movies. Kevin, would you like to go through the titles?
Yes, so opening night, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Freak and Chic. That's our big one. It's a gala reception, a really big deal there. And then moving on to...
Let's have a look at the next one. Let's just keep moving through them, guys. The second movie is, of course, the Audrey Hepburn movie.
Yes, Breakfast at Tiffany's, a classic. Everyone knows this one. So tickets are selling very, very fast for this particular screening. So
hurry up.
Yeah, it will sell out very quickly.
And let's have a look at the next movie. It is as follows.
Yeah, so this one as well. Everyone knows this one. It's a classic. So this one will be quite popular overall in the... Yeah, exactly.
They're all fashionable movies. So if you're wondering, if you've just joined us, why are they all fashion movies? Because we're talking about the inaugural film festival fashion show that's going to be at Rain Square Palace Cinemas as well. Coinciding with that, for every week there'll be, for 6 weeks, a different movie. Let's have a look at the next movie. Oh, this one's an issue.
It is the September issue as well. So this one also is selling very fast. There's only the one screening, so I think this one will sell out in the next few days. Okay. So that one's a really big one for us.
So the trick here is get your tickets now. If you want to go to every single movie, buy your tickets now. Let's have a look at Holston. I think that's the next one that we're going to have a look at.
Yeah, Holston as well. They're all pretty popular, but again, it's a film that really appeals to everyone. So. And
the final one, how can we forget Sex and the City?
Yes, the
I
big
know our good friend
night.
Di Wilcox over there loves this one. Beautiful women, beautiful storyline.
Exactly.
And selling fast, I bet.
It is, and it's our closing night, so it's going to do well.
Anything else that we missed out on? We want people to get in. Again, 6 movies, 6 weeks, 1 movie every week. You need to get in early. You need to buy your tickets. You can buy them online.
Online or at the door, but we do recommend online just because of how fast tickets are selling.
And I bet out there you're saying, how do I get my tickets? Very simple. You can go to the Rain Square website. It's on screen right now. So rainsquare.com.au, or that's the Palace Cinema one. We do have a Rain Square graphic as well, do we not? I think we do. We'll put that up. Oh, there it is there. So that's where we'd like you to go and buy your tickets, but of course you can go to palacecinema.com.au as well. Now, do we know capacity, how many people it holds in the cinema?
Yeah, so each one is in between 130 to 150 seats, so that's giving you an indication of how fast tickets are moving, that we're getting close already.
Are they all going to be in the standard screening cinemas, not in the premium, platinum?
No, not in the platinum for this one, just because we couldn't possibly hold everyone because the platinum cinemas are so intimate and boutique.
Lion King's going to be showing in there.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So we want you to come along. Please support this. Natalie Cameron, thank you for your support for this one as well. It's called the Fashion Film Festival. It's running at Rain Square at Palace Cinemas. If you remember Palace Cinemas, you'll never get lost. Rain Square from the 1st of August to the 5th of September. Check out our website for that as well, thepalacecinema.com.au, or the Rain Square website, or our website, thecouch.com.au. I think I've said everything I can about that. What's happening that's big at Palace Cinemas? I know we talked about Lion King. Anything else coming up?
Well, coming up in probably roughly a month's time, we've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tickets are already on sale. Tarantino's 9th film. That's
worth a watch.
That's going to be incredible.
Has Spider-Man come out yet?
It has, yes.
I haven't seen a lot. How did that go?
Besides Lion King, it's still our most popular film. I really enjoyed that one personally. Good. It was a bit different to the usual superhero films, so it's worth a watch if you're after something a bit different, but you're sick of that normal style of film.
Wonderful. Look forward to it. Thank you to Kevin from Palace Cinemas. Good luck with the Fashion Film Festival, the inaugural one, and we will catch up with you maybe in a month's time. Find out what's happening at Palace. Please support them. They're great people, Palace Cinemas. Take another look because you'll be amazed, like a lot of people have said when they get down there. Brand new cinemas, Rain Square. They look amazing, and parking underneath and lots of food places to get your food from, or eat before you go if you want. That is it. Thank you very much, and thank you to NRC Communications for supporting the event as well. We've got a music clip coming up now. She's a wonderful young lady. Her name is Amy Vickery, singing Ain't Nobody. Here she is.
Captured effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, I've been waiting so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. You filled my heart with the bliss. You gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, it makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I'll wait for nighttime to come, bring you to me. I can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I feel like no one can feel. I must be dreaming. I want this dream to be real. I need this feeling. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. It makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, then you put your charm around me. I can't resist this sweet surrender. Oh, my nights are warm and tender. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise. Got the feeling most would treasure, and a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better. I can make me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. Ain't nobody.
There you go. That is, of course, Amy Vickery. Wonderful performer. She'll be back at the end of the show unless we run out of time. Sorry about that, Amy. Just stay on standby for us. Busy show today, but we've got Di Wilcox coming in to talk family and lifestyle, and she's got some beautiful people with her. Over to you, Di.
Thanks, Fred. Well, everyone, I'm really excited today because I actually have a family of three, a mother and two daughters, and they own Rockabella Beauty, and it's a nail and beauty. Is a salon the right word to use? Or a bar? What should I be saying, ladies?
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Well, I've been there. It is one of the coolest places to go. It's set out like a 50s sort of dining, what you see in Greece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Now, here we've got Kathy, who's mum.
Hi.
Then we've got Sheridan.
And we've got Chelsea. Now, tell me what it's like working together as a family all the time, every day.
It's good. I mean, we are a family. Yeah, we are a family.
Do you ever fight, though?
Oh, 100%. Every family does.
Every family does fight,
Yeah.
but does that help you, like, with work? Are you okay with that?
Yes,
You
definitely.
never fight at work?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so it's
I mean,
just at home.
we fight, when no one's there, but definitely when clients come in, it's all professional. But even our clients love to get involved in our family bickering. Yeah.
Actually,
They definitely love to take sides.
You're very fun. When you go in there's a really fun vibe, and I really love that. What made you open up a 50s style nail bar?
I think the main thing was when we looked at the industry, because we've been in the beauty industry for quite a while, that what people are being offered out there is not quite what it used to be. So beauty salons in the 50s and 60s, ladies would go to, and they would be able to have a coffee, meet up with friends, just have fun.
Enjoy the experience rather than thinking,
it
I've
wasn't
got to
just
go
a
get my nails
service.
So it was
done.
about the experience and
Yeah.
about the connection with other people.
Yeah, we wanted people to feel comfortable and enjoy themselves rather than making it feel like a chore that they had to have this done.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And when you go in there, you're all chatting and talking, and it is that real community feel. And I think for women who are isolated at home, that's a really magical thing to be able to come to you and have that.
Definitely. We've had clients who have formed friendships from coming in. They usually will match up their appointments so they can come in and have a chat and catch up with each other. And that's what we wanted. We wanted it to be familiar.
I love that. Now, Sheridan, you do some really cool nails. Can we just hold your nails up so we can have a look? Fred, these are real. These nails are her own nails, and she paints the most incredible characters on them. And she's painted some of my Magic Coat characters on my nails before, but people can go in and actually ask you for specific characters.
Yeah, my regular clients do know that they can challenge me, and they do like to bring in, outfits that I have to match it with, or they'll just say a few words and I've got to match it to a theme.
Or wallpaper.
All wallpaper.
Yeah.
People match their nails to wallpaper.
Yep, they've gone in and
Wow.
said, this is my wall at home. That's what I want.
Wow, that's impressive. So where did that talent come from?
I've always been a bit arty, and I really wanted to be able to turn it into a career. And I think it definitely puts a smile on a lot of people's faces.
It does.
to be
I
able to
think
have
we
their
should
nails
get
done.
Fred into your nail bar at some stage and get the couch logo put on his nails.
I like the idea.
I love
I've only
it.
ever had it done in Bali, but they're not that accurate. The picture never looks correct. But I'm wondering if you could probably get a picture of me and make that a special thing that you sell to people.
Oh, there
It
you
might
go.
be a bit heavy for their nails.
I could see that being a top seller.
I reckon it's worth a look.
We might give that a go. Now, you ladies also just have the biggest hearts, and you help a lot of different charities. You've helped me with the Magic Coat and with the Make a Difference Foundation, and you've put some smiles on some children's faces, which I appreciate so much. But who else do you support?
Next week we're doing Desperate for Love. So that's a charity night that they're doing a quiz night for rescue dogs, rescue animals. So we try and do as much as we can. So we're a very happy family, and we try and give that to our clients when they come in. But if we can make anybody have a bit of a smile, if they're in a bit of a bad situation, then we'll help. And why not?
I really
why-
love that.
Why not?
Charity's really important to you,
It
Chels?
is, well, because I'm just like, why not? If you've got the ability to help and all it takes is your time, then why not do it?
Kindness is free, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And even though, you guys have, your time is precious with what you do, it's important that you give what you can. And I often say to people, you don't have to necessarily give money. You're giving your service and your time, and you're giving your professional skills to put a smile on people's faces. Last week, Fred, we had a party for 20 children who came from all different disadvantaged backgrounds, and Sheridan and another gorgeous friend of hers came and painted the kids' nails, and you should have seen the smiles on their faces. So these are the types of people that I'd like to see people get behind and support. So if you want your nails done, get to Rockabella Beauty. Do you want to tell everyone what website is and where they can find you?
Yep. So it's rockabellabeauty.com.au. And yes, on screen. And we're based in Alfred Cove.
Based in Alfred Cove,
Yeah.
and they're the ones with the big smiles on their faces, and they're so warm and welcoming to everybody. So, Fred, I'm definitely going to drive you down there, and we'll get your nails done. And
Do they do coffee and maybe biscuits or cake?
Well, there's always coffee available.
I'm available Monday to Friday between 8 and 5. Sounds fantastic. Can I just say, you remind me I've just been over to Athens, and at Santorini Island, they've got this big theatre, and they call it big Greek wedding or something like that, and they all dress up in theme, and all the actors make it look like a wedding scene. So you get to their house and they perform as if they're all one family, and then they take you out to the backyard and they have a wedding with food and everything, and you'll take part. And that reminds me of what you guys can maybe branch out to, because we don't have anything like that here in Perth.
No.
That's
But anyway, for now we'll just do nails and maybe supply coffee and
They
biscuits.
can do your eyebrows as well.
Really?
Yeah,
What
they can do
about,
your eyebrows
can you
as well.
replace hair that's missing?
We can remove hair.
Oh, yeah. Nature's already done that. You know what? You guys are fantastic, doing charity work, helping other people in the community. I think it's such a great thing to look up to. We all do it. We love it, and we thank you for coming in and telling us all about it as well. And thank you for helping Di as well.
Yeah,
and Di,
absolutely.
just quickly, your website as well for the Magic
So
Coat.
my website is themagiccoat.com. So we've got some brand new merchandise out here available for children and families. So take a look at that and get the storybook and let's see how many children we can support around the world.
Thank you. And did you bring your book in today?
I did bring my book.
I'll show it after the break.
You can show it after the break.
Thank you very much. That is, of course, Di Wilcox and the ladies from Rockabella Beauty. Did I get it right? Beautiful. We're going to take a quick break. After the break, we're going to talk technology with Ben Aylett. Stick around. You're watching The Couch only on Foxtel. See you then. Well done. Welcome back to The Couch on Foxtel. We were talking about this amazing book. It's called The Magic Coat, written by our very own Di Wilcox. If you want to get the book, of course, you can go to magiccoat.com. Just remember the name of the book.com. And it's amazing. It teaches kids to love themselves and like themselves, and that they can be anything they want to in this modern world. I love the opening page. It says, "Hello, you awesome, special and amazing person." Wonderful way to greet kids, and I think it's a wonderful way of dealing kids of the future. So the Magic Coat, it's out right now. Please go and get it at all good retailers, or you can always go to the website, themagiccoat.com or themagiccoat.com. That's the one there. Thank you very much. Now we're going to talk technology. The man's back, the star of 6PR, who does all these unofficial videos.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome,
the
Ben
unofficial
Aylett.
stuff. I love doing that.
Why is it unofficial if you do it officially?
Well, because it's not actually okayed by 6PR.
But nothing ever is. You obviously don't
Very
listen
true.
to a lot of the radio
Very true,
show.
yeah. I think
get
it's
what
one
you
of my terms of service when I come on and I say,
It's great.
I've got to be able to promote my own stuff.
I think it's great. I think it's a good way. It's a novelty and it works, and people love to watch people on cameras these days. And I think you do a great job with it. So that is now on Tuesday nights, is that right?
Tuesday nights from
At
8:20 p.m. until 9 p.m. Give or take a few minutes.
And you want people to send questions through as well, so go to your website and
Absolutely,
send you questions.
yeah. Actually, if people do want to send in questions, they can just call in on the station during the show, because we love having listeners call in and ask questions in real time, because it puts me on the spot and that makes for exciting radio. It's 922 111 882.
Now, what are we doing with technology today? We're talking about a couple of things that are coming up. I wanted to ask you, because we put it on my list here, Russian-owned Face app.
Yes.
It's become a bit of a nightmare at the moment. Everyone's talking about it. They're all talking about conspiracies. The Russians are trying to get us involved.
Yeah,
Tell me what it is for those people who haven't heard about it and probably now will go download it.
All right. Face app is it's an artificial intelligence enhanced photo manipulation tool. So you upload a photo to Face app and it then crunches the numbers, and it can either make you look really old or really young, or make a guy look like a girl, and vice versa. It's an app that's been around since 2017, and just recently they've really done something with their artificial intelligence, and it's come ahead in leaps and bounds, and the results are actually quite impressive.
It's funny because you were saying 2000. I remember this app because a couple of our good friends, we made them look really ugly, and not that they needed a lot of work, but can I just say, so it's not new.
No.
So all of a sudden, did we know back then it was owned by the Russians?
I'm pretty sure it was owned by the Russians back then, and I think only recently we've become more aware of security and privacy, which in my mind is a fantastic thing. This is something I've been pushing for years. And so now people have gone and and read the terms of service, would you believe?
This is what they're saying. You need to read the conditions.
You do. And I think I've got them here. So the first few lines, you grant Face app perpetual, irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid, transferable, sub-licensed.
That pretty much means they own you once you put it on their app.
They own the photo that you upload. Yep. And they own it, and they can redistribute it, and they can do what they want with it after you've uploaded it. Now, that seems really unique. So let's go and have a look at Twitter, and they say you grant us worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free license. LinkedIn. Worldwide transferable sub-licensable right to use copy to modify. Facebook wouldn't do this at all because they don't need to. You know, they're the biggest social media company.
What about YouTube? They do the same.
They do it.
Yes.
Facebook does it. So non-exclusive, transferable, sub-licensable, royalty-free worldwide. This has been happening.
So we've been doing it forever.
We have been doing it forever.
Because I remember when I got Instagram, that's got the same conditions. Whatever you put on Instagram doesn't belong to you anymore. They can do whatever they want with it. And the big argument about this Face app was that someone took a photo and all of a sudden they decided to use it for marketing or advertising. They can do that.
Yep.
You've given them the right to do that by using the app and putting your photos up there.
Exactly. Now, I'm not going to be ripping on anyone for asking the question and saying, oh my God, they own licenses. At least we're having this conversation now. People are now becoming more aware of security and privacy. And
do you reckon we're going to go backwards, Ben? Do you reckon that people, like, you know, all the controversy with Facebook, and they had a bit of trouble a couple of years ago with privacy and people's information getting out. Do you reckon that people are going to start toning it down? They're not trusting social media, or do you reckon the opposite? They trust it, they want to use it, but they just need to enhance the security.
What I'm hoping for people to do is that before they use something, they have a look at what it's going to cost them and then what benefit they get out of it, and they're going to make that decision. Cybersecurity, information security, privacy, it's not a cut and dried on-off 1-0. It's a whole spectrum of, you know, I get this for this, and you've got to balance it up. What's it worth to you? And what are you exposing yourself to, and are you willing to accept that risk? Now, we drive cars every day on the road. That's a risk. And we accept that risk every day because the benefit of getting from A to B conveniently, it's paid off.
Exactly. So it's interesting. I think this Face app is a fuss over nothing. Obviously, people love it, and they're going to keep using it. How does this lead into the Agent Smith problem?
Okay. So this is when we start taking unnecessary risks. Agent Smith is named after the famous villain on The Matrix who had this ability to replicate himself through other programs in The Matrix. So that's where the name comes from because of its behaviour. It is malware that gets downloaded with something else. You know, you might go and get a game, or you might go and download some, you know, free V-Bucks
so it's
or
like
coins.
A byproduct.
It's a byproduct, yeah. So it's sneaky malware that gets in under the guise of something else, otherwise known as a Trojan horse. It installs itself on the phone, and then it goes through your phone and then looks at the applications on the phone. And what it's doing at the moment is more of a nuisance than anything. So you might have a messaging app up, and it'll flash up a big full screen ad, which is a real pain in the butt.
Can we get rid of it?
You can. You simply uninstall it. No, you don't have to pay. This is not ransomware.
Okay.
So these people are just making money out of displaying advertisements. Advertisers pay them the money, they get the money, but it's just taking up the real estate on your phone. So right now, it's relatively harmless. What can happen down the track? With the ability for them to alter the code in those apps, it's just not being utilised yet in a really evil sense. They can actually change the way that those apps behave. So they can do things like track your location, they can get your credentials, they can be used as a listening device. It doesn't matter what app it is either. So they can go in, and the potential for disaster is really, really big. This happens when people install apps from not trusted stores. So this is for Android. So if you're getting apps from outside of the Google Play Store, you're asking for trouble.
Or the Apple Store, I guess.
Or the Apple Store, yeah. So, but this is an Android-only thing.
So be careful. When you get your apps, make sure they're from legitimate places, legal places, and not off the, basic on the black net, whatever they call it. But sounds good. Now, I got myself a Google Mini the other day, and you know what they are, the little thing.
The Google Home Mini, yeah.
Yeah, and I love it, absolutely love it. I say to it, Google, what's the weather? It tells me. It plays music that I want through Spotify. Yet I've had friends say to me, what did you get that for? It's a privacy thing. It doesn't seem to me that there is any problem with it. Is this a fallacy, or is there problems with it? Tell me.
Again, this is the trade-off thing. You know, you look at what you're getting back for it, and you look at the risk you're taking. Yes, the Google Home, the Google Home Mini, the Google Home Max, all those devices, as well as the Amazon Echo.
Yes, there's a few of them, isn't
there? And the Apple HomePod. Yeah, they're all sitting there, and they're all listening for the activation word or the wake word, which would be, hey, and then Google. As soon as it hears that wake word combination, It then starts recording. That recording is then sent off to the Google servers to be processed and then converted back into text, which is sent back to the device to actually execute the command.
Okay.
That in itself, I mean, I can see
how they link things, because like I'll give you an example. I picked a whole heap of music.
Yeah.
Next thing on my laptop, my Apple laptop, I started getting messages with that same music on there.
Yep.
So they're obviously linking the two.
It's all linked back through your Google account.
All right.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful what you say through the hay.
Well, yes, you possibly do need to be careful about the things you tell Google or Amazon, but it's all linked together, and we've just got to try and keep in mind what we're doing.
Fantastic.
Really, so it's just being aware.
Let me wrap it up with one quick question. Everybody's gone crazy about the likes disappearing on Instagram.
Yep.
Why are they doing that?
It's really unclear as to actually why they're doing it. There's been the lip service saying we're trying to make, this is from Instagram, they're trying to make the posts more engaging, so less about numbers, more about conversation.
I do like the idea, because it doesn't mean that something popular is great. It means you'll look at things on their merit, which I think is a wonderful way of doing it.
Exactly, yeah. So it's got influencers who rely on that metric. They're all up in arms because now they've got to prove their worth in a different way. And there's going to be ways around that. That can be fixed. But for me, I think this is actually a really good thing, not only for grown-ups like us, but for kids who get really wound up about the views, the likes, and
They get caught up in the dynamics of it rather than what's on the screen that they're looking at.
So they forget about the content, and they're more about the actual end result. And when you lose focus of that, your content starts to suffer. So when you're interested in posting interesting or fun videos, and you've got the eyes on the numbers, you're not looking at what you should be doing.
It changes the focus.
It does.
So live with it. It looks like it's going to be part of life. They're going to remove the likes. Thank you to Ben Aylett. Ben, your website, if people want more information or maybe some work for you, they might need something from you, like cybersecurity info or anything else. What's the website?
Website is nice and simple, benaylett.com.
Nice and easy. Look forward to seeing you back here at the couch maybe in the next few weeks. But of course, 6PR Tuesday night at 8:20.
That's it.
And send your questions through and watch the unauthorised video as well. Ben Aylett, of course, thank you very much. Talking Tech. We are going to take a very quick break. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk music with Demelza Leonard, and then we've got some more music for you. So thanks for watching. We'll see you right after this break.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. As always, saving the best for last on the show today. Demelza Leonard, Talking Music. Welcome back. Nice to have you back. What's hit your fancy this week music-wise? What's been the big thing?
Well, it's not necessarily a hit my fancy, but it's definitely a big thing. R. Kelly. Now, if you've been following the story, he's been getting himself into a little bit of hot water. It's not new. It's been happening since the early 2000s. He has actually appeared in court for his bond hearing, and the judge has denied him bail. So
he's been charged.
He has been charged with a number of offences related to sex crimes, minors involved. So it's some pretty heavy and not very nice
Would we have
stuff.
ever expected that from R. Kelly?
Well, this is the thing. If you've been following the story, when all of this information and the Surviving R. Kelly documentary came out, it wasn't necessarily a surprise to people. He has had problems in the past with underage and videos with underage back in the 2000s. And if you follow some of the song lyrics that he's written, my mind's telling me no, but my body's saying yes, and age ain't nothing but a number. It's almost like, and he calls himself the Pied Piper. So,
yeah, well, hey, R. Kelly, we're here. We have no problem with age either.
Some interesting...
No, it's sad, isn't it, that you know where they're going with things.
Well, the reason being that they are refusing to deny him bail is because they feel like he will intimidate witnesses, and also...
He's got the money.
Well, he's got the money, and they also think that he will have a problem staying away from girls under age as well.
Yeah, and that's the problem in America. It's not what you know, it's who you know and what you've got.
And, you know, offering them the opportunity to make it big. So he's still proclaiming his innocence, but stay tuned. He's in, because it's not just Chicago and Illinois that he's dealing with, it's also New York that he's dealing with as well.
Oh, good luck, R. Kelly. You won't get too far by the looks of it.
From R. Kelly to Justin Bieber's missus.
Yeah, Hailey.
Hailey Bieber. kind of putting herself into the mix. Justin Bieber came out earlier this week and said that he was a huge fan of Tool when he was a little bit younger. And
are you sure you didn't say he was a Tool?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
The frontman for Tool has come out and said,
basically
put a hashtag, Maynard James Keenan put a hashtag and said bummer, to which Hailey Bieber has taken offence that someone has said something horrible about her husband.
What does she do for a living?
She's a model.
Oh, okay.
And she's
very
also
beautiful.
part of the Baldwin family. So
Is
the
she
infamous
really? Oh, God,
Baldwin
help him
family.
down the track.
So she's no stranger to celebrity. And so she came out and said that he was acting a little bit childish, and for someone who had a bit of, who was paying him respect, he was being a bit harsh as well. So
Aha, and Rick Astley.
Rick Astley and Aha are heading to
someone actually called
Australia.
Aha?
Yeah, well, the band Take On Me.
Aha?
Yeah,
Is that what they
the
were
song.
called? Take On Me. Oh, yes.
So it's 34 years since their album Hunting High and Low. Yes, I got it right. Hunting High and Low.
Funny,
So
never knew that
the
was their
album
name.
came out in 1985 and went on to sell 11 million
It was an amazing
copies.
song, isn't it?
So I love this song. It's one of those iconic 80s songs, and they're touring
Puts you in a mood.
Australia. So check adayonthegreen.com.au and Frontier Touring, because Rick Astley and
Do you remember
Aha,
when
what an
Rick Astley
Asians
did
night.
his music? It was
And
when
there was
Kylie
Rick Rowan.
Minogue and Jason Donovan, they all used the same.
Especially for you. Yeah.
Yes, they all sounded the same, and they all used the same
It was
production people.
1988,
Aikman and
88,
was it
89.
Aiken and Waterman or something like that? I think something like that. Yeah.
And so check those websites for tickets, because no doubt, being a bit of an 80s nostalgic trip,
They'll go very fast.
Very,
and
very
Rick Astley, it's
quickly.
always nice to hear his music. He's another one. You hear his music, you feel happy again. Brian Adam does it
It
for me
is.
and all the others.
It is. It's a bit like Marky Mark Good Vibrations for the 90s.
I agree
It
with
makes you a bit happy.
Anything else?
Shall we check the top three?
Why not? Let's have a look at the
Let's
top
have a
threes
look
this
at the
week,
top
and they are as
three.
follows. At number 3.
It is Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber with I Don't
Again.
Care. Album's gone number 1 for Ed Sheeran.
Well done.
So
Number 2.
huge. Number 2, Senorita, Shawn Mendes featuring Camila Cabello, the new
don't mind
hot
this.
couple on the scene
Hot
as
couple,
well.
a bit of gossip there.
And Old Town Road, Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, still holding
That
it
was
down
there
at
last
number
week,
1.
wasn't it?
I think it's up to 12 weeks at number 1.
What's making it so popular? Because it's not that great a song.
It's it's the hot song at the moment.
And what's happening with his daughter, Miley Cyrus? I think there's a bit of ups and downs with that. Isn't she?
She's doing rock music at the
Yep.
moment, and a few concerts and things like that around. But she's annoying a few people. I believe she's stepping on a
so
few toes.
I hear.
So
And talking about toes, those damn floor managers are telling me to wrap it up. She says, "Shut up, Fred. Get on with the show." Thank you to Demelza Leonard.
Fred.
Always a pleasure to have you here. We'll talk to you in maybe a couple of weeks' time, I guess.
Definitely.
And that is it for the show, because they said we have to wrap it up. Should I keep talking? No, we're going to end today with Amy Vickery. She's got a beautiful song called "Rolling in the Deep." That's what I'm doing if I keep sitting here, burying myself. We'll see you next week. Watch The Couch on Facebook. Watch it on Foxtel. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you have my heart inside. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Never had bad me. It all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your head, and you played it with a beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your head, and you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat. On the couch with us, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, on the couch with us.
The Couch is proudly supported by Palace Cinemas, Elite Audiovisual Productions, Crown and Andrews Board Games, fun for the whole family, and Scoot Airlines. Escape the ordinary, fly Scoot.